So first thing first, the pan is hot and I want to saute or toast some of the spices, and that is these are dessert spoon, not tablespoons. So I will say about 3 teaspoons of coriander seeds, and while it's doing, about half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and a red chili. This pan is really hot. I've taken it off the heat source as well. Now the spices are done. I'll put them in a bowl here. I'll go back and I have to toast about 2, I would say 3 dessert spoons, which will make about 2 tablespoons of coconut. Whoa, that's really hot. It's browned it quickly and it's done. If I left it even a minute more, or 30 seconds more, it would be burnt. So if you look at that, it's pretty brown, and I'm going to blend this in a blender here. So let me put that in my blender jar first. Now I'm using a Kashmiri red chili, which is generally not too hot, and if you want to use a smaller part of the chili or just a piece of chili, you could. Or if you don't want to use chili at all, you can leave it out too. But this does have a beautiful flavor if you can find one. Cool, that's done. And I'll keep that. Okay, so I'm ready with my broccoli, and I'm going to cut that into small florets. Okay, and just take it from the top if you wish to, and then break it down. Just make sure the florets are of same size, and it just helps to cook them well. Don't make it too small, otherwise all the green bits will fall off and only stalks will be left, which you don't want either. So this kind of thing can be broken down into 3. That's good. They need to be almost uniform in size, and that's the best way to look at it. And now right on the head of the broccoli or cauliflower, the florets are generally small, so you cut them as big clusters as possible, so you keep them together. That should be enough. Now before I start cooking my broccoli, I want to toast the cashew nut. You could use the whole cashew nuts, but these are the cheap ones. To make the dish look good, I would use the whole ones, but this is what I had in the cupboard, so I thought I'll just use that. I'm going to toast it lightly. See, they start coloring immediately, and that's a good sign. Cool, that's done. I'll keep that aside as well. Now we'll start with coconut oil. Okay. For this one, you do need coconut oil, about a good 1.5 tablespoons I'm using. It's got a very low smoking point, so it'll start smoking fairly quickly. For that, I need mustard seeds, about 1.5 teaspoons, and also a red chili. Oh, and the broccoli can go in. Add a few curry leaves as well at the same time. Let them cook with broccoli. Add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to lower the heat. Add the powdered spices. Pinch of red chili. Very little pinch of turmeric. About 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and I've already added the salt, so I'm not going to do any more. And this is just to season the broccoli. And if I want to remove the red chili at this stage, I can. I've already extracted the flavor, and I'm going to add a little bit of water. And put the lid on, and I'll let it cook for a good 5-7 minutes. till broccoli is absolutely al dente, and then I'll go back to add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so this is almost cooked. It's perfectly cooked actually. Rather than blanching it, I much prefer to saute it lightly, put a little bit of water and keep the lid on. That way you keep all the nutrients in. You're not leaching out the flavors. That's not required. Now this is tamarind extract, just fresh tamarind soaked in water. It's about a teaspoon, tablespoon and a half, teaspoon. And the spices. Love that flavor. About a tablespoon. That goes in, really full heat. So it'll be a little moist, but it'll look good. And all the cashew nut can go in. I love this dish because it has got such a beautiful essence. There's nutty flavor coming through from coconut and cashew nut. And also in terms of flavor, broccoli is actually quite spot on. It's just perfectly cooked. Al dente, if you want to call it. And that's a very big word, but it means a lot. It means the vegetable has been cooked with the crunch. Like Italians, when they cook their pasta, they like to cook it al dente. It's on the teeth. That's what they mean. Okay, now to finish it, I've kept my chili so I can put it back in there. I've got fresh grated coconut. That really adds life into this dish. It just brings nice lightness to it. And these days you can buy coconut from the supermarkets on the frozen shelf. Freshly grated coconut, but frozen. And you take it out. You can take out a little bit at a time. Can be a lovely side dish, or it can even work as a salad. And if you don't fancy that many cashew nuts, you don't have to have cashew nuts. You can replace it by pine nuts, which are a lot more healthier. You can use sunflower seeds. You can use any seeds really, in my opinion, to get that nutty flavor. I would vary so many things to do that. And the chili can go in just as a garnish. And that's my stir-fried cashew nut and broccoli from Kerala. I hope you'll enjoy that.